Zone with Cranky and the Swagman. The Chill Zone, that is.
The Chill Zone, our new name. Let's roll.
Let's hit the intro. How was that for a little fade out?
Oh, that was good. That was really good. And today we are going to be multitasking. We have the topic of life goals.
Yeah, it was
You
one that
know,
I was thinking about
yeah.
over this last week or so.
When I was growing up, I know I wanted to either be a police officer or a pilot. They were my first
Mm.
couple, and then I guess life just got in the way, and the people you surround yourself with when you're younger really determines the path you take, um, I guess, in life. And my upbringing, I guess, I didn't really have good influencing
Mm.
surrounding
Mm.
me. So, what I wanted to do, I was even in the police cadets. Like, I joined police cadets and I was with them for some time, learnt my phonetics, like, the Alpha
Yeah.
Bravo, Charlie Delta, learnt all that.
Mm.
We even went on camp,
Yeah.
so there was a full police cadet camp and we all went out there. It was actually pretty awesome.
Mm.
Um, but, things got in the way, and for whatever reason, after police cadets sort of dispersed because the officer that was doing it, he moved away to go into the mines, and
Yeah.
then he eventually left the mines. And I seen him as a police officer not that long ago, probably about 2-3 years ago now, and he was back to being a copper again.
Yeah.
So it's very sort of weird how your life choices and who you surround yourself with. Like my friends, they were smoking dope or getting into shit, or I didn't really have a good circle that sort of said, hey, you wanted to do this and do that, focus
Mm.
on this is how
Mm.
you do it, sort of thing. And I guess with my upbringing as well, the family that I've got, um,
Sorry,
we
dear.
we
Mm.
weren't always surrounded by the best influence. Like we've got members or family that were bikies or hanging out with bikies. So we're always down at the
But
pub. When
mm.
they back in Port Hedland when they were doing the burnouts with the motorbikes and all that sort of jazz. So,
Mm.
and then obviously coming into Mandurah. Mandurah back in the day wasn't the best area. I guess you could call it the version, as they say, is Meth Andrew, which would be your black town, I guess, as they call it over there, as your derelict kind of area.
I live in
um,
what used to be a derelict kind of area too. I live in Campbelltown.
Campbelltown, yeah, right.
Mm.
Is that come up now? Is that more
Yeah.
popular, or is it less popular?
Unfortunately, it has become a lot more gentrified than it used to be.
Yeah.
And I say unfortunately because, gentrification always comes with rise in property prices
Yes, it does.
and
And
everything
is
else gets expensive.
yeah,
So it's
that's
like
it. Has that pushed
this,
out all the derelict people, or has it pushed more people, you would say, into the area that are sort of not of the best character, you would say?
it's pushed in more of what I would call cubs, cashed up bogans,
Ah, yeah,
more
they're
Russell Crowe's mates.
the
Um,
yeah,
but like you mentioned, the bikies doing burnouts and that down the street, they're just nicer bikes now.
yeah, exactly. The nicer bikes are more decked out. It's what do you say? They've put more money into it. But just
Mm.
the other week, I don't know if you guys seen, but here in Perth, just up the road, actually, Baldivis Road, 18 um, banditos, I think it was, that got
Mm.
pulled over
Mm.
by the police. Well, not pulled over; they more like stopped,
Yeah, yeah.
forcibly stopped, because they weren't stopping. and all 18 were arrested and charged. Yeah,
Well,
it's
that would have
become.
gone down like a lead balloon.
Oh, it's come down to a minority of they're trying to make it the old way, where you could ride in groups and hang out with your mates. But if you're a bikie now, you can't hang out with your mates. You can't hang out with other known associates. You're not
No, they
allowed to.
can't be seen together. They don't even
Can't be
let them
seen
into the
together.
same. They can't even go to the
So
same jail.
no, that's it. It's become a joke, really. Like, it's the laws that we've got now have become a joke. But that's the kind of job I wanted to do. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to do what they do now, and I still have those detective instincts, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
So I will, if something comes up that, looking for my dad for 25 years, I really wouldn't let that go. And it was more of a point of, I will find him. I know that I can find him.
Yeah.
It was time. It was it was just a matter of, it was just a matter of actually getting the right info, being in the right place with the right time. And a lot of family were stonewalling me, I guess you call it. Again, my family upbringing wasn't the best, so trying to get info and all that made it really hard.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how it turns out, because instead of being a police officer, I ended up being a stay-at-home dad. I worked on the mines for a while. Went into civil construction. I never never actually got to persist the goal I wanted to be. When you're young, you make a few wrong choices, like it's speeding, losing a license, and all that sort of thing. And back in
We've all
those
been
days,
there. We've all partied and done shit when we were younger. But it's the people that don't stop doing that sort of thing that they are a problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've got a mate at the moment that's like that. He was meant to come over and help me with another friend install some grass. And when we called him to go, hey, you coming around today to help us install the grass? He goes, oh, what are you doing today? And because there was no alcohol, no alcohol involved, he goes, oh, me car's not working. So my other mate actually rang him to catch him out. And said, oh, what's going on? Are you coming around? He's just like, oh, bro, I really just can't be fucked. Like, I'm hungover, but if he's going to go get some alcohol and shit, yeah, I'll pop around. And he turned around and goes, well, how are you going to get here with your car splat? And he goes, oh, well, you can come get me. But it's amazing. A couple of days later, the car was back and working again, perfectly fine.
So not only do we have to buy you alcohol, we also have to come and get you.
Yeah.
Get stuff, mate.
It was at that point that we actually knew that he hadn't changed his ways, and he was never going to. He's talking about getting on the mines, and he wanted my help to get him on the mines. Now I can make a phone call, be on the mines in 2 seconds. I could help anyone get onto the mines. Doesn't matter if you're East Coast, West Coast, North Coast, fucking whatever coast. I've got the connections. If you're willing to put in the effort and you got the right tickets, I'll get you on the mines. I'll make a phone call.
It's one of the main thing though with the mines is you can get the job easily enough, but it's keeping the job that's a different problem.
Yeah,
because guys like that, they tend to, in their first month or so on those sort of projects, they'll get hit with a random drug test and get sent home that day.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's the biggest thing, you can help people, put your neck out on the line for people, but you've got to do it for the right people. You can't be doing it for the wrong people. So if you know that friend is, got drugs in the past or abuses alcohol, trying to help them onto the mines is really risky, because you don't know whether they're going to hold their end of the bargain and not dip back on their time off, or after work, if they get pissed off 4 beers, well, there's a 4 drink limit out on site, and then you've got mates who Deso buyers who will then shout other guys' drinks.
Mm.
And if they go and get pissed and blow numbers, then you're next out on the line and you've blown it and you've burnt a bridge.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy a drink, as you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now, and it's fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. But I'm finished work. I don't have work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, I am not going to drink a lot. I don't think I've been properly wasted since I was about 24.
Yeah.
And on top of that, um, I don't think I've been even drunk, even able to blow numbers the next day
Yeah.
since maybe New Year's Day.
Yeah, exactly right.
And even then, like before that, it was New Year's Day before that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I haven't
Yep.
I haven't woken up with a hangover, even though I enjoy drinking. I haven't had a hangover in years.
Yeah, I'm the same. And now I don't even drink because of my ulcers. They kick
Yeah.
off too badly.
Mm.
But it's you can choose who you want to help. And I've learned that your real friends will stick by you
Yeah.
and they will help you succeed at the goals you want to get to. And the
Mm.
fake friends, they'll only be around you out of convenience.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that you
Exactly.
can provide something for them or you do something for them that they need that they can't get without you.
Mm.
So you've really got to be aware of who is surrounding you because who you surround yourself with is who you'll become. You know, if you hang out with a
And
bunch of druggies, you'll become the next druggie because slowly but surely you'll be like, oh, I've never tried it, but yeah, this time I'll try it. And
yeah.
then
Yeah.
once you've tried it, you'll be like, oh, I'll just do it again and again. And before you know it, you're addicted to going there and you're now the new meth fucking dealer in town. You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
like it's like, and that's how people swindle out of control. You know, I know a few people that were never drug addicts. They
Mm.
hated drugs, but because they would surround themselves with drug addicts, they
Mm.
became the
Mm.
next drug addict. Um, you know,
Mm.
it's you've
Excuse
got to
me.
be careful of who you
Do
surround yourself with and um, what you do because um, yeah, you don't want to be surrounding yourself with
And
idiots.
then you also have the opposite side of the coin, where these are the people that I had when I was a teenager, and that coming of age period. This goes back to the whole life goals thing.
Yep.
I had people I'd hang out with, and now those guys have all gone off to do things like they've bought houses, they've started businesses, they're going out,
Yep.
they're going traveling and things like that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Those are really big goals that you've achieved, but you never talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Now this, oh, you've started a business. Oh, you've bought a house like that. That's a fucking huge thing.
Yeah.
Surely you must have gone through some sort of struggle to get that. And a lot of them are like, well, I just worked a few extra Sundays and saved my money. And I'm like, but I've known you for 25 years and you've never fucking mentioned a single thing about opening a business, let alone a business in landscaping. You've never even
yeah.
told me you were interested in that.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's the weird thing about it. You've got a lot of friends that will, again, that's what I mean. Friends by convenience. They will only want to be around you when you can give them something. But, you know, if I have a big life event that happens, like having a baby, buy a house, I
Yeah,
buy a new
yeah,
car, the first thing I'm doing is telling all my mates, hey, mate, I
yeah,
just bought
yeah.
this. Hey, mate, I got this going. Oh, I'm thinking about doing this. And that's what you do with your mates. You tell your mates what you're getting up to. Oh, mate, I'm thinking about
Mm,
opening in your case, landscaping business.
yeah.
What do you reckon? Fucking I've been doing this for a while now. I want to start my own shit. And you talk through it. But that's what
Mm,
you mean. You got
mm,
to find who your group of friends are that are true friends to friends by convenience.
yeah. Yeah,
Because you don't
exactly.
want to waste your time surrounding yourself with idiots. And that's the thing. My life goals didn't work out the way I wanted. I wanted to be a police officer. I didn't want to have my own kids. I actually just never really wanted kids, and I've got 4.
I'm in the same boat, trust me.
I didn't want any kids. Just wanted to be a police officer, do my own thing, stay on the straight and narrow. But back in the day, where if you got a speeding fine, that automatically excluded you from being a police officer, because that was so strict on, if you had X amount of demerits lost, you would then have to wait an X amount of time before you could reapply and have a clean sheet. Couldn't have any speeding fines, couldn't have been a suspended license or driving without authority, as they call it. Didn't know my license was suspended and got caught driving. Well, I paid a speeding fine. I didn't know that suspended my license. You didn't tell me. If you had told me, hey, I'm going to suspend your license after you pay this fine, I wouldn't have drove. But back in those days, you couldn't be a police officer if that was on your record.
You'd think that they would want to hire cops that had something like that, people that had something like that, because that gives those people a bit more experience at life, and that they're a little bit more hardened than your average Joe who's never done anything wrong and never been caught, never had a demerit, never been speeding, average goody two shoes. You'd want a cop that's a little bit more fair, if you know what I mean, because instead they're going to be hiring these people that have, like I said, no life experience, no experience with the law, and they'd have a bit more understanding as to what exactly a fine can do to your life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. It's you want to enjoy life, and you want to set goals that are realistic. You want to stay on track, not get sidetracked, surround yourself with the right people, so then you can really zone in on what you want to do. And if there is anyone listening now that, sorry, give me 2 secs. If there is anyone listening now that is wanting to be a police officer, be a paramedic or a firefighter or landscaper, civil operator, I would urge you to surround yourself with people that have the same mindset or the same friends that have similar goals, so you can really stay focused. Because if you surround yourself with bums, you will essentially become the next bum, because you'll go out surfing or go to the beach. You'll end up at cafes waiting for your next dole check and end up at the bloody casino, because you're not focusing on what you really need to be doing, which is putting your money towards your tickets that you need to become what you want to become.
And hey, there's nothing wrong with doing things like surfing and that. I mean, don't go, do your best to stay away from the dole. That's a cop out.
Yeah.
But people like Kelly Slater, they obviously took surfing to the next level. Surfing is their life and their career. That was their dream.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about here. But I know, a lot of unemployed people do go and surf because they actually have the time for it.
Exactly right. And if you've got the time and you've achieved what you want to achieve, like now I'm medically retired, but I've got to stay home and look after a little one. So, when I'm not down in Perth, I'm up in Beverly. You've really got to prioritize what your goals are, what you want to achieve in life before you can get to an age of retirement. Retirement is not great. Retirement is more of a, you've got so much time on your hands and you'll do everything you've wanted to do when you retire. You go, when you retire, I want to go golfing. I want to travel. I want to do this, that, and the other. Now, when you've ticked all that off and you're coming back home again, you're like, shit, I've done everything I wanted to do when I was retired. What do I do now? Where are you left to do anything? Like, I'm now at the stage where I've done everything. Now, I was forced into medical retirement. I wasn't chose to retire. I actually miss the FIFO lifestyle. I would love to. I'm constantly getting job offers to go into FIFO. Yeah, it is. It is honestly the biggest hurdle you will face when you're forced into retirement. And hopefully you never have to face it. But when you get there, you want to make sure that you've got enough money, you've achieved what you want to achieve. Stay at work as long as you can. Super sucks, tax sucks, but find a job that you really love to do. And if you're in a 9 to 5 job that you hate because it just pays the bills, then what you need to do is put money aside where it just covers your bills for, say, 2-3 months. Set yourself a 3-month goal of having money put aside. Put all that money there, and then really focus on what you want to achieve. So if you want to get into civil construction, again, use those 3 months, put money aside, and go, right, sorry, boss, I'm gonna have to leave this job for a short time. I'm taking annual leave, whatever the case is, because you want to focus on your goals that you want to achieve. Stay on the path you want to do. So if you want to become a police officer, put money aside, join the academy. You get paid while you're at the academy. Now, I know in WA you get paid, and I'm pretty sure in the eastern states you also get paid.
Everywhere.
Pretty much, it's everywhere.
They pay you. I mean, it's a what do they call it? It's single profession academy, I guess you could say.
Something like that. Yeah, and it's you want to just make sure you've got enough to keep yourself going. There is no point being in a 9 to 5 job that you hate. If you hate your job, then don't do it, because every morning you wake up, you'll be like, oh man, I got to go to work. Like, no one likes to go to work unless your work is something you truly enjoy. So make sure you do something you enjoy.
I was a bit of a strange one. I never had a life goal. Like I said before, never had one. I never saw any particular job and went, hey, I really like that enough to actually want to go to university to study for that.
Study it, yeah.
Yeah. I knew I enjoy a lot of things, but I'm not seriously passionate about something enough to go, hey, I want to do that for the rest of my life. And I've been called lazy because of that, which I'm not really. I still work. I contribute.
Exactly. But you do a job, so you had a job prior to that, traffic control. Yeah. And you're like, I'm just over it. I want something different. And you set yourself a goal to achieve that. So
that's true. Yeah.
It's you set yourself up in a way that you were able to do that. You didn't set yourself up in a way that you were going to fail.
Yeah.
So, kudos. You did something, you achieved it, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. Is you can only do so much that you set your mind to. Like you know that you can't go right now and travel the world because you have responsibilities. You've got kids, family, rent to pay. So
yeah, but you know what I don't have? I don't have money.
Money is what you don't have, but you've got a job that pays more money.
I do. That's true.
So you could become a police officer, and then you'd have a lot of
money. Traveling might come a bit later once I've managed to save up enough.
Exactly.
But my family, again, like yours, my family weren't very
supportive.
They were the types that would naysay everything.
Yeah.
Right. And not because they didn't want me to achieve stuff, but they wanted me to achieve stuff that I didn't want to achieve.
Yeah, exactly. They're setting you up basically to do things that you didn't want to do, or putting you in situations that weren't the best situation to even be in to start with.
So, like my grandmother, she paid a lot of money for me to go to a good school over in South Africa, right?
Oh, so cool.
And
that'd be so cool, I reckon, to be in a
it
school
was
in South
cool.
Africa.
I really enjoyed that school, but the problem was, I wasn't really interested in anything they were teaching. So of course I was getting bad marks. I was interested in computer lab because it's the mid 90s at this point. Computers are just becoming a thing in schools. So we had a computer lab. Remember those days? Not every kid could bring their own laptop to school. We had to have a computer lab. Or these days they bring an iPad. It's not even a laptop. It's just an iPad. But no, so of course I was getting bad marks at that, and my grandmother was getting upset. And she's like, "Oh, you're not applying yourself enough. How do you expect to get into university and become an engineer or a doctor if you don't have good marks? They won't let you into university." And I was like, "Well, it's a good fucking thing. I don't want to become an engineer or a doctor now, isn't it?"
Yeah, exactly right. Never wanted that in the first place.
Hmm. No, exactly. So they were trying to push me into these big careers that I had bugger all interest in. Now, the funny thing you should have mentioned about finding your dad, right? I was the one thing I was interested in was becoming a private investigator because that's what my dad does.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
So, like you, I've always had this investigative mind. I think it's something that we inherit.
Yeah.
What's the word? It's something we inherit through DNA, really.
Yeah. And
This,
that's what I reckon that's part of me has lived another life. I reckon another part of me has lived another life that is that was a police officer or something. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Yeah, I've just always got this detective mindset.
I could picture you as an old school 1940s detective
I think a lot of people can at this stage.
with the pipe and maybe glasses and the little hat thing.
Puff 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 puff. I could certainly see myself with a good old cigar. Yeah, that would be good.
I do enjoy
maybe
a
we
cigar.
open up a detective bloody what are the detective school?
Detective agency.
Detective agency.
But again, that was when I moved to Australia. That was sort of shut down by the naysayers.
Yeah, what was being at school in South Africa like? Was it, is it as bad as what they say it is, where it's basically nothing there and you're working in the outback and your school is a hut? Or is it an actual building and it's a school with gates and a siren and lunchtime and
it was an actual school. Although some of the less fortunate schools are like that.
Yeah.
If you really go
but
out
I would
into
say going to school in South Africa would be cheap, wouldn't it, because of the money conversion?
maybe if you're on Australian dollars, it would be. But
yeah.
back in the 90s, though, strangely enough, the South African rand and the Aussie dollar was sort of neck and neck too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it didn't really matter which sort of neck of the woods you came from. It was like dollar for dollar.
Not really. And then after, say, 1997, the South African rand just absolutely dove.
Yeah.
It just turned to shit. But so here I was thinking I was coming over to Australia loaded, had my 100 rand. That's the weird thing, though. In South Africa, the rand is still holds its weight, right? But if you bring the rand over here and convert it, you get bugger all.
Bugger all, yeah.
It's about 12 Australian cents to 1 rand now.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
So you can really go over to South Africa now, from Australia to South Africa, and live like a king.
I could, but only for a week or so.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, shit, back to Australia.
Got to go work again.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people, what they've done now is they've made their money, they've retired. Some are doing it extremely young, like the smart people. There's a friend of mine that I know. Her name's Kiara, and she's got 4 or 5 houses now. And from a young age, she's always had the mindset of, I want a house, I want to be able to have money. So she went directly from the mine, from Perth into the mines and just worked her way up and just kept going mining. You know, nothing stopped her, nothing got in her way. Didn't have a boyfriend or girlfriend now. But it was work. I have a mindset, I have a goal, that's what I want to achieve. And she's achieved it. She's done it. And she's younger than me. She's 2-3 years younger than me. So, you know, where I am in my life is nowhere near to what she's succeeded in. She's got, as I said, 4 or 5 houses. But that's what I mean by surround. She's got a good family, good set of friends that kept her on the straight and narrow, had the good upbringing, went to a good, well, wouldn't say it was a good school. She went to the same school we went to, but her family dynamics were different. Her family was always encouraging her, making sure she was on the right path every step she went to. So it's you've really got to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've talked to people online, and some of them have already retired at the age of 30, 35. And I'm like, how did you do that? And they go, oh, well, no, I just got my apprenticeship when I was 14 or 15. And then I started a business, and then that business became successful, and I started another business and another one. And I'm like, okay, cool. But what made you, what was it that made you want to become whatever it is you got your apprenticeship in? Say carpentry. Why did you want to become a carpenter? Oh, it was just available at the time. So I'm like, okay, you kind of got lucky. You fell into that apprenticeship, and then what was it that made your first business successful after you finished your apprenticeship? And then they'd be like, oh no, I scored this really good government contract.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And then they start going, oh well, you just got to work hard and stop being lazy. There's the L word again, stop being lazy. And it's like, that's not just about working hard. Sometimes it's also about being lucky. And again, I'm not someone who looks at something like carpentry and goes, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Yeah. It's you've really got to set yourself up to what you want to do. Like a lot of people have this fantasy of, oh, well, I can do what he's doing. And then they go and try it. And then because they don't succeed in it, they're like, oh, well, I tried to do that, it didn't work out. So what are you doing about it now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, well, did you do it because you enjoyed the job? Did you do it just because Blinky Bill was doing it?
Well, Freaky Bill in our case.
Oh, Freaky Bill. Yeah, exactly right. Freaky Bill. Inside joke for those that don't know. I went and bought Blinky Bill off eBay, and turns out Freaky Bill was more the outcome. Full refund though.
For some reason, this thing came with its eyes wide open and red pupils. Like
Freaky Bill's been on a meth bender for the last week, is what I got.
I would have gone with the PG version of that. Like it's been staring at the camera flash for too long.
Yeah, his eyes like blasted wide open. It was funny. It's funny for sure.
If you really want, go check that out in one of our previous episodes. I think it's called The Return of Freaky Bill or something like that.
Yes, it is definitely there. It is funny.
If you're on Spotify or something or YouTube Music, it'll be down there somewhere. Just go look it up. And there's also a nice little icon picture that I made up of it. You can actually see Freaky Bill with his big bright red eyes.
Yeah, that's it. And
definitely
it was
not.
funny.
It's definitely not a costume you want to wake up to hanging over your bed in the middle of the night.
No, that's it. I've now had to put it in the corner of my room and just ignore it. So
No
in
matter.
this episode, we have learned create your goals, even write them down on a whiteboard. That's how I've now achieved it. Write your goals on a whiteboard and set yourself a time frame to how you're going to and what time frame you're going to achieve that goal. Put on there how you're going to achieve it, what you need to achieve it, what is it going to cost, and then put the time frame of how long is it going to take you to get that.
Not only that, if you don't have a goal and you're just sort of a happy-go-lucky person and you're happy to just go into work, get the work done, come home and get paid and get the bills paid like I am, that's okay too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, if you just like going out, you don't really have any goals and you just want to sort of float through life, I guess they call it. There's no harm in that. Absolutely zero harm in just, if you're happy with what you got. It's called being content. But if you're happy with being content,
if you're happy with just sitting on the dole, there's a problem with that. There's something wrong with that. Go and do something with your life.
Yeah, exactly right. Just be prepared for what you put into life is what you get out for life. That's how
exactly.
Works.
Like I know you're retired, but you wouldn't be if you had a choice.
Yeah, exactly right. If I had a choice, I would be working. Unfortunately, my doctors definitely won't clear me. What it is. And I've got to deal with that. You know, do I agree with what they're saying? No. Can I do anything about it? No. So then there's nothing I can do. You know, there's no point getting upset. You just readjust your life goals and go, right, this is the hand I've been dealt. This is what I've got to do.
Yeah, but I mean, on that note though, what is your, if you don't mind me asking, what is your actual pension plan?
So don't really have a pension plan.
Yeah.
Well, more or less, I still want to travel.
Yeah.
So I've got to save money for that. We're still getting by, pay the bills. You know, Sarah's got the little one we got to take care of. So, and then obviously me being to and from Beverly, there's cost in that. But I want to travel. I want to make sure there's money put away still. A lot of it's getting pushed into recovery, so physio and chiro, hydrotherapy and all that sort of jazz.
Hydrotherapy is good.
Hydrotherapy is really good.
I love it.
But yeah, that's pretty much my plan. I've done the golfing. Tried that for a couple of weeks, and I was just like, golf isn't for me. I can't swing the stick anymore, so I was basically the Deso driver when I went to golf.
I was going to say, I mean, you've got a bad back,
I've got a bad back, so golfing
is heavy on the back.
Yeah, it is very heavy on the back.
I mean, you don't think it, looking at the way guys like professionals play, you don't think there's a lot of sort of back movement involved, but there is a lot of
I want to buy the stick where you push the button and it hits the ball for you, which there is one out there, but it costs like $1,000. So not happening. They call it the old man stick. Basically, you line it up, hold the stick, and go boop, and the ball goes. So
that would solve all of my problems, you know that, because when I'm playing golf, I have a tendency to raise my head, and I think if I had that, I'd just be able to hold it out straight.
It's a very, very expensive stick. It's called I think it's the Automatic Golf Stick, and I'm just looking this up so I can get you the correct name.
That and I'm 6'4". It's really fucking hard to find golf clubs that are my size.
You don't even swing with this. You literally line it up, and then that is it.
Let me look it up.
Where is it here? It's called Power to Golf. So there is now, it depends on what stick you're getting. It can be as cheap as $99 US, or it can be as expensive as $1,300. So
it's like like a putter,
Yep.
but it's got some sort of little actuator inside it that just pops out and pushes the ball.
It pops out, and it just smacks the ball for 6. Automatic golf stick driver.
200 yards every time. Are they kidding me?
Yep, 200 yards every time.
That's insane. Do they fire a bullet at it or something?
It is the most insane golf stick out on the market. The Swingless Golf Club is basically what it's called. Swingless Golf Club. And it's just basically you'll never ever have to swing your.
But that's
swing
cheating.
again.
Come on, that's got to be cheating.
It's,
you wouldn't be able to play a tournament with that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use a tournament in that for sure.
No.
It's definitely a no-go. But yeah, as again, it does vary in price. But if you love your golf, Power to Golf online store, never have to swing the golf club, bang, there it is, $1,300.
You must have to load it with some sort of gas canister or something, surely.
Nah, that's just, I think it's all powered maybe via a charging cable or something like that.
No, there's a picture of the inside of it here, like a cross section. It's got a blast cap in it.
There you go. Yep.
So you have to load this thing every time you want to use it.
Yeah, the blast cap. There you go.
Yeah. So, oh well, it was a nice idea while it lasted.
Exactly right.
That would fix all my problems. I just put the golf club behind the ball, and I'd be winning games again.
Yeah, exactly. You'd go back to winning. Exactly. You'd go back to winning games, never having to worry about life again, and your golf game would increase tenfold.
It would. I just wouldn't be allowed to play in tournaments ever.
That's it. Alrighty, guys. That is my golf game. I want a brand new golf stick. If you're out there, you've got to go buy me that golf club.
Sounds like we're going to have to set up a Patreon page for that.
100%. Let's do it.
All of our listeners, you guys will have to donate $250 each because there's only 4 of you.
Shout out to Three Wheeled Bicycle. You guys are the best. Thank you. I want a swingless driver golf club. I also want a barbecue spritzer, 4-prong wireless prongs because your barbecue meats over there are insane. Shout out to Stevie. You're the best.
Yeah, I've been seeing he's been putting up a few more TikToks of his art.
He is. He's an awesome artist. He is
spray paint artist.
Spray paint artist at that. His designs and his art are pretty good. Now, guys, if you're listening to this, jump onto Three Wheel Bicycle or look up Stevie Vandenberg. Vanderheiden. We will put his Facebook in this bio. If
something tells me that most of the listeners we got last week don't have to find him. I think most of the listeners we got last week were from him. So
yeah, probably already know him.
No, well, it's because according to the Riverside stats, most of them are in America, right?
Exactly.
And I've been listening to his podcast, Three Wheel Bicycle, and he's been mentioning us a bit more now.
There we go.
He's been dropping us shout outs too. So just because I've been getting on there and just interacting with him through the podcast.
Three Wheeled Bicycle is actually really good. Like, I love their podcast. They're like us. It's just a chill zone. They just want to chill out and just talk shit.
He gets a bit more music involved in it though, doesn't he?
He does. I think it's I just had someone go through my door. I think they've just got a good setup. They've got a really good sort of audio setup, and it works out well for them. And
but we're going to have to. We should get in touch with some of our local bands too. See if they'll be willing to put a song or two on our podcast.
That would be awesome to have. That
Would be fun.
Would be sick.
All right. If any of you listeners out there have if you're a member of a band, we'll be more than happy to put your music on here.
Exactly. We would love to put your music on. We have no issues at all promoting your music.
So, I mean, just send us the WAV file and I'll put it on. It's got to be a WAV file because that's all Riverside can play, I think.
Can play, yeah, that's it. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to leave you with some sponsor talk now because I've got a little one that I've got to put to bed because it is bedtime, isn't it? Yes, it is. And he's been fighting it now for the last hour. He's been pretty good. He's kept quiet. He's he's now lost his dummy after. Oh no, it's up there. There we go.
I'm guessing when you say sponsor talk, that's my job.
Yeah, let's do sponsor talk. All right, let's get into it. He was just rolling off the bed. I had to fix him up. All righty, guys. So, three-wheeled bicycle. They're not donating any money, but go check them out on Spotify. You'll love what they've got out there. So, suss it out, check them out, and yeah, have a listen to some of their audio because they're pretty awesome. And they're funny blokes as well.
They are funny blokes. Well, when you say they, it's usually just Steve by himself.
It's usually just Steve.
He goes, I don't know how he does it because he goes on for like 3 hours just talking.
Yeah, I think he gels it all together.
He must put a lot more effort into his episode planning than what we do.
Yeah. A new light with, I don't know how to pronounce it, Cyril Calendar 3. Cyril Calendar 3 is one of their new, and then Navy Green Jehovah Fitness is another episode.
Oh, you're right. I don't know. I've just been listening to them in the car, so I don't see what episode names come up.
Yeah. So I'm just literally going through the list. Yeah. Yeah. Check them out. Who's our other sponsors we've got?
Hey, there's one that I want to drop, and it's probably something that most podcast fans have already heard of, but go and listen to No Such Thing as a Fish. They're fucking funny. And if you're interested in random daily facts, that's what they do.
Yeah, exactly right. And another one we're going to get into, another sponsor, and we've got a discount code in the zone 10. If you use it at the checkout, you will get, is it 10% off?
10% off. Well, that's why it's in the zone 10, isn't it?
In the zone 10, 10% off. So On Track Meals, the best place to get all your meals for camping, work, office, home, any occasion. On Track Meals, best meals on the market is what I say.
I keep one in my bus driver's bag.
Yeah,
it's the tender amazing. Lamb and pearl barley.
Yes, they're amazing. They're worth grabbing a big bucket worth. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, I'm actually going to be getting a go bucket. I'm getting it ready. I've just cleared out all my Afterpay, so it's going straight onto Afterpay because guess what? They've got Afterpay and they've got Zip. So load up and take it to work. I will guarantee if you are not happy with the food that you get from them, I will personally give you back the money that you spend on there. But you will be happy because I've tried it. Cranky's tried it. We love it. The food is fresh. I don't think there's ever been any complaints.
They don't freeze them. They don't dehydrate the food. Nothing.
No, nothing.
It's just packed in. The thing that preserves it is the fact that it's in a completely airtight bag. And you can cook it anywhere. All you need is water.
All you need is water.
All you need is liquid.
All you need is liquid. Liquid of something that is not going to taste bad. Not that you're going to taste it in the food anyway, but at your worst case scenario, you've got no liquid. You've no water of any source anywhere. You can pee in the bag. I don't advise it because I don't know how the food would come out or taste after being steamed
the
in
food
pee.
would come out fine. The food would come out fine. It's in a
the food would be.
You know what? That little bag that they send the food in, which, by the way, I should mention, you can buy the individual food bags, and they're about $10 each. That they can take quite a beating. I've had mine in my work bag for about 3 months now.
Yep.
And I think they've got aluminium lining and all that sort of thing, completely waterproof and very, very thick plastic. I put all sorts of things on top of that bag, next to that bag, under that bag. It hasn't been pierced.
Yep.
There are no leaks, no nothing.
Leaks, no nothing. That's just the way you like it. And so I heard you guys check On Track Meals out. But
On Track Meals, www.ontrackmeals.com/in-the-zone.
That's it.
Or if for some reason you don't want to go to that specific website, it's just ontrackmeals.com.au, and then type In the Zone 10 at the checkout for 10% off.
10% off. Alrighty, guys, we will see you again next week.
All right, time for the music. Let's see if I can get the music going on. Wait. All right, we are Audi 5000.
Audi 5000. Take it easy, guys. See you all next week.
See ya.